I've been building and flipping PCs for quite a few years at this point, and I've known for a long time that the PC industry it has a problem. Every year we're told we need something new, whether it's a new GPU, new CPU, new platform, new operating system, etc, etc. And perfectly good hardware gets thrown away. Performance gains are getting smaller with each generation of GPUs that's released. Prices are getting higher, and now we're producing more e-waste than ever before. Not because hardware is failing, it's quite the opposite. It's just the industry is telling us that this stuff is old and useless. Recently, you might have seen AMD tell everyone that certain GPUs are now in maintenance mode, whether it's the 5000 series or the 6000 series. Your GPU didn't become slow, it just become a low priority for AMD. And here's what maintenance mode really means. It means no more regular game optimization. So the priority will go towards the newer GPUs getting their day one drivers. No prioritization for new releases. So the GPUs apparently will only receive critical bugs and security updates if needed. And here's what makes it worse. Some of these GPUs aren't even a few years old, and AMD are still selling some of them even to this day. So we have AMD saying these GPUs are still relevant. Here, we have brand new stock available, but also these GPUs are no longer a priority. The hardware isn't outdated. The support is the thing that is outdated. And the messaging from AMD is just confusing users. So originally, one of the main reasons I got into selling PCs was because of Tech City. Was my accent good? What do you mean no? Years ago, during the pandemic, I found his channel and watched him take used hardware, most stuff that people kind of overlooked, and turn them into genuinely great systems. He showed that if you buy smart and optimize what you have and put the work in, you can actually give people amazing performance for lower costs without forcing them to buy unnecessary new products or upgrades. And this whole mentality really shaped how I wanted Destello Tech to be, and it helped create it. That's right, Destello. Yo. And recently I've had another inspiration that I've watched for quite a while, which is Salem Techsperts, or otherwise known as the
greatest technician that's ever lived.
So his current strategy is to refurbish and sell old ThinkPads. Instead of pushing people towards disposable plastic junk, he shows that you can utilize these older systems that can upgrade perfectly and do everything that you need to do. He isn't just flipping laptops, he's pushing back against the e-waste and proving that old hardware can still have a second life. And also that sustainability doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your performance. I realized between these two influences that really made me realize something. I didn't want to just be another PC builder. I wanted to build with a purpose. For a long time, you might have actually seen I was kind of half in and half out, especially with my pre-builds. Some builds were using new GPUs, some were using refurbished GPUs, some refurbished parts here and there. And I was just too busy trying to please both sides of the market without really staying true to myself. But after seeing AMD put these recent GPUs into maintenance mode, it really made me realize how disposable hardware has become in this industry. And I realized that I wanted to contribute to that way less. So I'm changing things up a little bit. I'm going to prioritize with my pre-builts that we use refurbished GPUs, refurbished CPUs, and even refurbished RAM, especially with the current nuts pricing at the moment. Just wanted to really kind of show people that you can get proper price to performance stuff without the cost overhead. And just to be clear, I will still be using new products from time to time, and especially on the website, because there's still going to be people that will just buy news and don't want to use used, which is fine. And this also just still needs to be sustainable for me one way or another as a business and as a living. But what I can do, I realized, is I can influence people's buying habits. So through this channel, through education, and through transparency. If I can steer even a few percentage of buyers towards refurbished products and away from unnecessary upgrades and purchases, that's a big win in my eyes. I'm never going to force anyone to buy refurbished. I'm just proving to them why they should maybe consider buying used. But with my pre-built, some components of course will still be new. I will keep motherboards new, I'll keep SSDs new, and I'll keep power supplies new, because it's just easier in terms of warranty stuff and reliability to have these things brand new, because these kind of things can be affected by power delivery, etc. over a long course of time. So rather have stability there, where the GPU and the CPU are less problematic when they're used. Also means that every build I make has some kind of symmetry, so not just having 10,000 different options. You're just having one that revolves around the same GPU essentially. So refurbished performance on a brand new foundation. In fact, I'm so confident in this process that I'm going to guarantee all my pre-builts with 3 years, which is the typical industry standard for new PCs. I actually want to cover used PCs with a 3-year warranty. That's how confident I am. My methodology is, if I know and I trust that it works, I want to guarantee that it works for 3+ years. So yeah, the PC market is broken. And we don't fix it by buying more, we fix it by being smarter with our decisions. By the way, did you see the video where I talked about buying cheap pre-builts and what to look out for? I really recommend that if you're trying to buy your first ever PC, or just buy a pre-built in general, I guess. You can check that video up there. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you there.